Welcome in. Welcome in. So glad that you decided to stop by here today. The whole goal here is just simply relax, unwind, and just vibe a little to some Star Wars The Phantom Menace triggers. We will take it low and slow with some intentional pacing. To just keep the vibes relaxing. Here we have Jar Jar Binks. But before that, I want to remind you to breathe. Listen to yourself breathe. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it fast? Is it slow? We want those slow, methodical, deep breaths here. Just for a few breaths, a couple of centering breaths. So don't be afraid to take them. You are more than welcome. In through the nose, out through the mouth works wonders. But we've got Jar Jar Binks. And he is smiling so much. He's happy to see you. Got a tunic, pants, an undershirt. He's low-key just like me for real. With the undershirt. It says right here. Jar Jar. Binks. Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks. If we look on the back here, there are several more of our favorite characters. Darth Maul, Anakin Skywalker, Watto, and Jar Jar Binks. This guy truly is goofy looking in the action figure. It's the smile. For me, it's just all the way around. This is from Dark Horse Publishing, or Dark Horse Books. They still do. I think Dark Wars is more known for, it's a little darker, of course, but they control a lot of the DC ones. They've got some Star Wars, but not the majority. Marvel is its own entity. Alright, that was Jar Jar. Up next, we'll shift gears just a little bit here. Having Star Wars Episode 1, the book by Patricia Reed. This is the Phantom Menace. We've got Anakin, Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Queen Amidala, in the Coruscant background. On the back we have Darth Maul, just vibing, all on his own, right there. Hold on. Maybe this next one. Oh, okay. This is what I was looking for. The Gungan army went silent, watching the thousands of battle droids assemble and march forward towards them. General Seal's command. Could be Keel. It could be, I've only ever seen that word written, or the name. So it's up to reader's interpretation on this one. Alright, next up we've got, of course, another action figure, and we have got Qui-Gon, having spent his life battling the forces of evil, Qui-Gon Jinn squares off against the most sinister enemy yet, Darth Maul, in an epic lightsaber duel inside the Theed power generator. There are 8 distinct figures in this set. Anakin, a B1 battle droid, Obi-Wan. Okay, if you know what that bit is from, I'll explain it in a minute. Jar Jar, Darth Maul, Droidicus, and Qui-Gon himself. And here we have "You Will Be a Jedi, I Promise," from Obi-Wan. He's got his lightsaber himself and a comm link. Here is his CommTech chip, and this is from Collection 1. Continuing that, we get to Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is holding his lightsaber. I've got the comm chip in a very similar background, but not the same. This is Collection 1 as well. Shows off a little more. Got a battle droid, Qui-Gon, Queen Amidala, Maul, Anakin, Padme, and Barry. We've got the fact that they listed those as different is hilarious. Jar Jar Binks and Obi-Wan. Once again, I'll explain that bit momentarily. The most ironic part of this packaging, Obi-Wan on the lower half of Darth Maul. Who's gonna tell him? Star Wars EPISODE 1. Obi-Wan's lines are, "The Council has granted me permission to train you. You will be a Jedi, I promise. Do not defy the Council, Master, not again. And I have a bad feeling about this." Did Qui-Gon say what his were? This must have been really early, because it does not seem to say it. Alright. Not much you can do. But we've got a few more here, keeping with the Naboo style we've been going with. Queen Amidala. Blasters on both sides, just like in her throne room chair. CommTech piece. It's the same on the back, okay? So the Qui-Gon one is the standout. It says, "Now, Viceroy, this is the end of your occupation here. I am Queen Amidala. This is my decoy. Wow, hold on. This is my decoy, my loyal bodyguard. If we do not act quickly, all will be lost forever. Oh, that's cool. This chip interacts with Boss Nass, Newt Gunray, and Rocco. Let's see what Obi-Wan does. Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Anakin. That's sick. Alright, final figure. I say that very intentionally. We've got Yoda right here. That right there is Puppet Yoda. I know Ball. Really showing off the white hair here. It's alright. When 900 years old, you get to look as good you will not. He ain't wrong. This is Yoda with Jedi Council chair. It's important that he does have this chair. Obviously, this chair is it's more of Jedi Council chair with Yoda, if we're being honest. He got his chip here, and he will say, hard to see the dark side is. I don't feel you. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. May the Force be with you. And this interacts with Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Jedi. Then we've got our Naboo Starfighter here. Rico Olie. I 1,000,000% said that wrong. I used to know the names so well. R.I.P. Star Wars Force Collection. Enemy fighters straight ahead. He was a 3-star card, if I remember correctly. Wasn't bad, but wasn't in my lineups. So this is collection 2. So this back is different and shows off a little more. It's got R2. It's got Yoda. 3PO. It's at Senator Palpatine. Reek. We've got Darth Sidious. Oh, Newt Gunray. Rune Hako. Droidica. And Watto. Setting that down, and finally bringing it back to the bit I was doing, and this should go swimmingly, but this is the, how can I do this? You know what? That'll be funny in the once the screen is taken out. Tell me what is in that little area. What do you see? This is the Phantom Menace game, though. Insanely hard. Never seen footage of anyone that beat it without the invincibility cheats. I've only heard stories. It's a really good retelling of the game, but it's super, super difficult. So if you want to play it, you're probably going to play with the cheats. But maybe you're true, master level gamer, like with master level Lego designers, and you crush this game. The part that makes it hard is you get 2 lives through 8 levels, all of which are really hard. You start to kind of piece together the first level, but then you start dying on the second level. You get a little further into the second level. I never got all the way through the second level without the cheats, though. Then you get to the third, the fourth, so on. And some of the levels, even with invincibility, playing through it, I was just like, how are you supposed to beat this? It's kind of like old arcade games, like Dragon's Lair. This is iconic. That's right when you leave the first room in the Trade Federation. And I believe this one here is when you meet with boss Menace. Here you're meeting Watto. What is that? I think that's the battle for Theed. And this is also part of that. It's 1 or 2 players. I've got to find someone to play player 2 with me someday. That sounds awesome. Analog control capable. What an interesting thing to put on a PS1 game. I played this when it came back out on the PS5 after having gone through on the PS1. Did not even try to use the analog stick. I seriously had no idea. But basically the bit here is in the first level, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan get separated. And there is a point where Qui-Gon radios in and he's like, Obi-Wan, if you know, you know. If you don't, just explained it. Fun little trivia for you. Next up, we have one of the nastiest things you could do during this era. Widescreen. Yuck. No, but seriously, the coolest thing about VHSs is they actually fit to screen a lot of the time if they're not designated widescreen or full screen. I don't think any are full screen because that was kind of just obvious back then. But to have technology that'll scale up to the current day TVs, that's pretty sick for a VHS. We've got the classic Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Amidala, Sepulba, and Anakin's pod racer. Sepulba, Anakin. Duel of Fates, Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan, Jar Jar. Every generation has a legend. Every journey has a first step. Every saga has a beginning. Moving on to our final two items. First off, Star Wars Padawan. Very solid book. If I had to tier rank all the ones I've read so far, it's probably like a solid B tier. Kirsten White's pretty reliable when it comes to Star Wars. We've got a very young version of him here. Blue lightsaber. Here is what the back reads. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you are? She stood still smiling. Up this close, he could see that she didn't have hair so much as a dozen waving tendrils extending from her head. Definitely Mikian. So, not known for extreme strength or jumping abilities. She had been using the Force, hadn't she? This is a really fun book. It's a little bit like Rise of the Red Blade in story arc of the character, where Obi-Wan doesn't feel wanted by Qui-Gon, and he ends up finding out about this lost planet, and against Qui-Gon's wishes, I actually don't even know if he told him. I don't think he did. He just went to the planet. He ended up meeting several younger people around his age, making friends. Very reluctantly, though. It was acquaintances for a bit there. And then solving the specific case of Lenahra. I'm going to assume that Lenahra is this book. Let's see. We've got Aj. We've got Obi-Wan. Who else do we have? Several dozen. Skip ahead a little bit here. Zabri, the legend. Low-grade Dex. Now we're getting into it. Dex, Obi-Wan Zabri as Low-grade. Okay. This is Lenahra. I didn't read it, but I remember the vibes. And that's what we're here for. It's just some relaxing Episode 1 style vibes. Finally, we've got this Mos Espa. Share the spotlight, Scotty, share the spotlight. Pod race diagram. Remember, concentrate on the moment. Feel. Don't think. Use your instincts. Qui-Gon Jinn. It is a little weird. This doesn't come with characters because there's just a slot on the top. But diagrams usually don't. to be fair. There is 718 pieces in this, and it looks really cool. It's just, I'm not sure how this one's gonna look. I hope there is something that anchors the pod erasers into the actual set. But we will see how it works when we eventually build it together. This was a 25th anniversary set. I think there literally is no minifigures. But I do think it's a really cool overall. I think it's a fantastic piece to add to our collection. General Grievous, you're shorter than I expected. Jedi scum. Wrong movie. Alright. Well, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're still awake, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. On to the next chapter.